Hey there, Night Door here, Bob. Sunday morning, and I just thought I'd do a little tobacco review. Uh, Tom, Exotech, sent me some Penzance and Stonehaven, which I'm eternally grateful for because they're both hard to get. And since I'm on unemployment right now, I'm really not making tobacco purchases. I just made a purchase from Boswell's, and that's truthfully about all the money I can afford to spend for the next 2 months. uh, Otherwise, I've got the tobacco in my storage closet, which I'm smoking that because I really can't afford to buy tobacco. So I'm eternally grateful to him, not just for sending me for sending me the tobacco to begin with, but Penzance and Stonehaven, which uh, you know are hard to get to begin with. Man, I'm just stumbling all over my words today. I don't know why. Oops. I did not let it dry out. This is the Penzance, and I should have let it dry a little bit. Uh, But as you know from previous videos, I don't really allow the tobacco to dry. Uh, if it's moist in the pouch or the tin, that's the way I smoke it. Um, that way, I mean, I've read, so I'm not an expert. Maybe Glenn can answer this question, but I've read that tobacco, when it dries out, loses some of its flavor. So, in an effort to make sure I don't lose any flavor, I don't allow it to dry out. And I have noticed that if you allow some of the aromatics, if I don't jar them up right away and I have it sitting in a tin for a while, and then I get back to it, it's a little overly dry, and then I light it up, and it does lose some of its flavor compared to when it's moist. And then to rehydrate it, the flavor comes back. So I don't really allow any tobacco to dry up. I just smoke them all moist. But this is quite nice. My impression of it is it's like, well, the best way I can describe it is it's like Northwoods, except milder and less Latakia. Uh, Northwest has a very strong Latakia flavor to it, that smoky campfire flavor. And I'm getting the same thing from the Penzance, but a little bit less heavy on the Latakia, which for me is perfect because I'm not a big fan of Latakia. I like it when it's well blended, when it fits as a, integral part of the tobacco, but when it's stands out on its own, when it's a really strong Latakia flavor, I'm not real fond of it. So for that reason, I'm not, I mean, I like Northwoods and I like Railroad 965, but they are both, a little bit stronger on the Latakia than I prefer. This is much better as it's got a lighter Latakia flavor. And of course, I am smoking it in one of my custom-made Missouri Meerschaum Lieutenants, which is with a which is made by Walker Briar Works, which is basically a general with a ½ inch cut off the top, making this about a 45-minute smoke. A silver band and a forever stem, both of which put on there by Dave Wolf over at Walker Briar Works. If you don't know it by now, I'm a big fan of Walker Briar Works. I love the forever stems. He not only does he do the forever stems, he does pipe repair work, and he's fixed a pipe for me that had a burn through in the bowl. He fixed that up, and he's putting a new stem on a Meerschaum pipe that I have. Well, I got off eBay. I got the bowl with no stem, so he's getting a new stem on there. And he makes the lieutenants for me. You know, the short generals. He made my freehand oompah. So, yeah, I can't say enough good things about him. So, Scott, if you're watching, don't get me wrong. I like you too. I tell all my friends, anybody that asks, if you're just going to get a corn cob, go to Scott at Aristocob. If you're going to get a forever stem, you know, then just get the cob and the forever stem at the same time from Dave Wolf, and then, you know, so you just do all your shopping in one place. So, and Scott, you were when I first started watching videos on YouTube, you were the very first person that I ever saw videos from. How to get the most out of your cob. I love that video series, buddy. I love that series. You know, the more I smoke this, the better I like it. It's very reminiscent of Frog Morton. Well, I've stumbled across this, and I thought I'd read it. It's a wonderful little poem, which I think symbolizes the good feelings that we have about pipe smoking. Song of the Pipe by Earl P. Stafford. When the night air is shading around you, and the lake is lying still, when you hear the evening turning of the lonely whippoorwill, when the woods are big and silent, and the world seems all at rest, and the cheerful fire is blazing, and your good old pipe is best. When you are tired out from tramping through the winding forest ways, and you've had your trout and coffee, and you dream of future days, and you sit close to the fire, then the time is surely ripe, with the owl's bark resounding, to fill up the good old pipe. When the dreary rain is falling, and the world is wet and gray, when the loon's long dismal holler rolls out clear and dies away, when the woods are all a-dripping from the alder to the oak, then just lay back in your chair and hit good old pipe and smoke. I thought that really did a pretty good job of summing up the feelings that a lot of us have around pipe smoking. Well, until next time, may all your roads be smooth, chicken houses closed, and may your pipe never run empty. God bless.